Marcus in the open floor, hops incredible. Here comes Maven off the steal.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maven. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150, 93.9 is the number, 93.9 is the station. And people, I'm glad you made it in. I almost didn't make it in today. I almost needed a mental health day after last night. Steve Rummage in the building, Brian Hall in the booth.
Well, that was sad. That was sad.
Wait, what do you mean sad?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, no, your entrance there.
Right?
Yeah.
Detroit Lions, baby.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions, baby. Let's do this. Let's.
But yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, got cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you see me, you know everything. Green and yellow, green and yellow,
Oh
green
my
and yellow,
God.
green and yellow. I put it down,
Oh
representing for my team.
my
Green and yellow, green and
God.
yellow,
Is there a
green and
black and
yellow,
white
green
song?
and money green,
Oh
yellow broad,
my
Aaron Rodgers,
God.
For the
MVP
officials?
award. This is Green Bay. We go hard.
What would the officials' anthem be?
Where your green card?
That was bad. Y'all got robbed, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all got robbed last night.
All I could think of is Steve Rummage saying Aaron Rodgers is the devil.
He's the devil. Aaron Rodgers
And he
is
controls-
Satan himself, and he controls everyone on the field,
Even the referees.
even the referees. Yeah. I called you. That was actually a phone call. I had him, and I'm watching the game against Dallas, Green Bay, and I call Marcus, and I'm like, look, Aaron Rodgers is the devil. This is what you got to deal with when you play him. He
Trust me, I'm a Vikings fan. I'm
I
well
know.
aware.
Yep.
Well aware of
Oh,
Aaron
man.
Rodgers being the devil.
Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow.
This pains all of us to play because I'm a Vikings fan and we hate the Packers. You just lost to the Packers last night. You Cowboys lost to the Packers.
Everybody hates the Packers.
Everybody
I'm
hates the
always-
Packers. Right?
Nobody likes the
Yeah,
Packers.
there are some Packer fans. I
Yeah,
know-
no, I mean Packer fans
they're
like Packers.
They're
but
enjoying this right now.
nobody else actually likes the Packers. Like, you're not going to find random people. Like, "Hey, who you like?"
Texters,
Not
what's
Packers.
going to be our referee theme song? Ref song would be, can you click on that,
A
please?
ref song?
Yeah. Pull that down now, Jesus.
I don't want to hear it anymore either.
Ref song would be, somebody text in
We'll
something.
get it later. Yeah, no, they got robbed, man. Somebody asked you in the back if you called Jalen last night. I was like, no.
Mr. Sales Extraordinaire John Salzman asked me if I called Jalen Reeves Maven last night. Are you kidding me? Of course you don't call. Listen, if I'm not there in the family room, that's the only time you're going to talk.
Yeah.
Or if you go to the little, family exit spot where you
Sure.
go meet up before they, get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, sorry about that, man. Sorry you had to go through that. They won. I mean, Detroit did what they needed to do. They should be in first place this morning. You went into Lambeau, should have won the game.
But you know what else sucks? You know what else sucks, Steve? What sucks is you do that referee thing, and then some jackass out of nowhere says, well, you had the opportunities to do it, and here, you get field goals. No,
I know.
they're playing football too. And when we're both playing football, we're forcing each other into mistakes. and we're playing a game, mano y mano, your structure against my structure. And then that guy, and he's right.
Yeah.
He's always right.
Yeah, but I don't like that, man, because, I mean, no, if I still did everything to win the game and I don't win the game.
Clemson they moved the sticks 7 yards. Steve.
I'm not.
7 yards away from the play was the sticks.
Yeah, I'm not participating in that this week. I'm reliving that.
You know they're showing replays.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sure. I'm not going to watch them.
7 yards.
Do you know,
Could you imagine if the first down marker guy was 7 yards back from the sideline?
Do you know I've never watched a play of that game after the point where Lamar scores that touchdown and we go up 10?
Mm-hmm.
I've never watched another. I've never since the game. I shut it off every single time right there.
Texter looking.
Yeah. Yes, that's great.
That's funny. Green Bay Denny, thanks for joining us on Middays with Marcus Maben. Fire away.
Finally, we get a call. Finally. Not only one call, we got two calls. But let me just say this.
Oh.
You all got hosed, but I'll take it.
Oh.
And I'll take it because I always go back to the Golden Tate in Seattle call. And all the times we got hosed and Big D when Brett Favre played. And listen, I get it. It's bitter. It's bitter, but it's sweet to me. I don't.
Is it really? Do you can win like that?
Oh yeah, because at the end of the day, it's definitely going to. Hey, listen. If our Cards beat Clemson by a call like that, you think anybody's going to be upset? We all going to be cheering them on. Like, yes, we beat. So for me, it's a win.
Fair point.
It feels a little. It feels a little dirty. Like I had to take a shower after that game, but I'll take it. And the only thing I can think of is, do you think? I want to hear what you guys think. And I don't know the rule, but if you looked at both the replays, it looks like he clubs him across the face mask. Is that considered hands to the face? That's the only thing I can think about. Maybe the ref saw and he called, because I don't know what else he saw.
Oh my God.
I'll take it.
Oh.
That's all I can say. I know it's bitter. It's sweet for me, but I'll take it. I just had to call in just to let you all know Green Bay is 5-1, and we're going to take this thing this year. We're going to take it, and I'm going to get off here and listen to you guys. You guys are awesome. I'll talk to you later.
I appreciate the call.
I mean, they're not actually going to win anything, but I mean, like, it's.
I thought about that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's they're playing well right now.
Are they?
Not really.
Are they?
Yeah, not really.
Because and you know what I mean by this. Dallas looked like they were rolling, and that Green Bay thing wasn't awesome.
Yeah.
They had no business when Detroit. You gotta score some touchdowns. You just gotta score some touchdowns. I don't know what Steve. These are the days where you start talking.
No, well, I will. Let's move on, because this is really depressing, especially for you, and your son. Which is probably.
I see. Listen, do people realize? I've seen him lose state championship games or state, was it semifinals?
Yeah.
I watched him lose a state semifinal to Jalen Hurd, and we couldn't even look each other in the eyes because he was so sad.
Yeah. I bet he's hurting over this, because the Lions, man, the Lions are good. They got a shot to make some noise this year.
And people don't understand, when you go from losing to winning, you know what I'm saying? It hurts different, because you knew what it was like to lose. That's why those celebrations in the locker room at the University of Louisville are so there's nothing they can do in a celebration where I'm going to be judgmental this year.
Sure.
You notice though how even when they score now, they're anxious to get back to the sideline. Last time you saw that was when Lamar started doing the
running back
arm
to
wave. Yeah, like go out here and get us this football back so we can score some more. Right?
Yeah,
like they're starting to cross the goal line looking for the officials to throw them the ball. Like,
sure.
it just hits different when you go from losing to winning.
I agree with that. But they did lose, and Louisville won though, so that was fun. But anyways,
Evan Conley, Conference Player of the Week.
yeah, Evan Conley getting his love. You know
And
what I'm saying?
freshman.
Yeah, freshman of the week. You got Brian hit a lot of them. I mean,
Specialist at Son Hall.
yeah, Son Hall doing his thing. A lot of good stuff. But I don't know what you got planned for today. But we didn't talk a lot of red-white game yesterday. We didn't talk any basketball.
We didn't talk any Lamar Jackson.
But first, I think
11 touchdowns versus 11 interceptions.
yeah, for Baker Mayfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Baker's gonna be like, yeah, but I beat him. So
Yeah.
move on. Yesterday, I saw the videos of the intro. They're
Sony
doing some
Park.
things. Yeah, they go to the Dirt Bowl. You've got the players down there. Probably one of the coolest things I've saw in a long time. Okay, this is gonna be a conversation I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna try to have it right because I don't want to offend the students here by any means, because I love the students and I love the university. But what this administration is getting is that this is the city's team. Our student section's awesome, and it's gotten much better. The Villains have gotten much better since they've kind of organized it, taken it over, and it's great. But at the end of the day, this is the city's basketball team. This is, and to see.
This is the culture's basketball team, even more than the city.
Yeah, right. And that's why I went on that whole rant that one day. And I meant it. I think people could realize that I meant it. That like, no, this is the city embraces when you say we can't do it, you know.
And actually, honestly, that's why I said, okay, every time you say city, I'm gonna follow that up with culture.
Sure.
You know, because like I said, I'm not afraid to fight the big fight. I'm not afraid to be the hunter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of the, no pun intended, catbird seat, or you know what I'm saying, just your constant struggle under Louisville style, fighting the game respect. That's a culture thing.
Yes.
So when you say city Louisville, you mean culture.
No, and I think that's perfect
because it's like just because you could be outside of the city, like
of course,
go down to Bowling Green, you know what I'm saying, and it's a culture's Louisville, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No, and that's fair too. But I love that they took and said, let's go to the Dirt Bowl and let's tape. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing things that well, for one, I will say this. We had the conversation before. I'm not going to turn the show into this, but about people out of the state that don't want, or out in the state that don't like to come to Louisville and stuff. There's a little bit of that even within here. And some of that's racial culture. Some of that's all, everything where we say, if somebody said, hey, let's go to the Dirt Bowl and play. I mean, I know, being from the county, I know, and knowing people that are up from Louisville, I know a lot of people be like, heck no.
Right.
Go to the Dirt Bowl and play basketball. You're crazy. Mostly white people, but I mean, I think there's
I don't know.
Well, there's probably there's probably around.
Yeah, like
so here's the thing though. This is what I loved about yesterday. I loved that this basketball team and that this university went somewhere like that. Do you know how many messages I saw last night where people were like, "Man, that thing looks awesome." Yeah, it is. It's incredible. It's a place in the city.
Yeah, it always hits me different too. It's like you have to, if you're a player for this team, you have to be down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just one time, just to know.
And what about the visual to see the guys?
They picked the perfect day. Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah,
what you're saying is
yeah.
absolutely right. The one we gets on here, he tells this story. It was just a small little 3-point shoot around one-day summer camp that a guy came down here and did at Shawnee Park, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
right? He said he participated in that and he lost when
Yeah.
he was like 8 years old. It was a little kid shootout.
Yeah.
Except that moment on, he became an animal.
Absolutely. And when I see the visual of seeing the guys out there, even though it wasn't a real game, people were packed around the court and they were showing like Darius, for instance, he was dribbling, he kicked it off to Ryan and Ryan buried a three. And then they showed Steve Enoch coming down the middle and punching. And it was like to see the visual of those guys out there was
in a
awesome.
city court. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing too. There's a pride for OG fan,
Yeah.
a pride and OG fan who grew up on that same court. Now, I've seen Ryan, like I said, culturally. I just listen. My knees hurt to this day because of all the hours I spent on concrete down at Shawnee Park. Literally, my knees hurt when I watched my Louisville team play.
Yeah.
I just watched Ryan McMahon shoot 3-point out there. I watched Darius dunk out there. I watched just watching my guys.
I know.
Walk around on that court. I was like,
I know.
Now you might,
I'm glad that you felt that way
yeah,
too.
no,
Because that's how I felt watching that video. I just said, seeing my dudes out there, and I know it sounds crazy, but this is the Steve part of it. And then you could probably make a point to say, no, Steve, because I do this a lot, and you'll probably say, I'll say something, and you're like, no, that's actually a good point. But I looked, and when I see them embracing that type of stuff, I'm like, this team can win the championship. Like, I'm watching them out there. Just, and of course, you know what I mean by that. But like, it's incredible.
You know
it was
what?
incredible.
You know what else you love too? Like I said, I'm just kind of appreciating what that was
Yeah,
psychologically, right? Sports wise, there were people down there. This guy was down there. This guy,
yeah,
this hypothetical guy is down there.
Sure.
And I know this guy. Oh man, so and so's weak. He's soft in the barbershop every day. Oh man, he ain't gonna win. He's soft.
yep,
That guy, right?
mm-hmm.
He went over to Shawnee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He saw him up close.
Yeah.
You look in their face. I acknowledge you. You acknowledge me. We might even dap up.
sure,
Energy changes from that point on.
absolutely.
It just, I come in this barbershop and let you. I know
Yeah.
you've been in here talking bad about me, but now you see me face to face. You know what I'm saying? And I know your energy changes. So any kids who listen to somebody talking, oh man, Enoch, I thought he was cool.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
The kid, the 8-year-old kid that listens to negative uncle trash Louisville, and like I said, I know it comes from a place of just love and hate and and this is my team and all that stuff and disappointment because you're always disappointed when you don't win a championship, which means you're disappointed most of your life as a sports fan.
right, man. And to when you are that age of a kid, and these players, I mean, not even that age, man. I remember being a freshman in high school and seeing Francisco Garcia and a couple of them in a McDonald's and was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. He was a freshman. I'm like, oh, dude, it's Garcia. It's like they're like Superman. You know what I'm saying? And for that age group, and for those, to be able to get down in there, and for those players to be able to be there and to interact with them, and it was a great thing. Phil Baker went, and Phil Baker said he kind of piggybacked my thoughts when he was like, no, that was the feeling down there too. That it was a great, this team, I'll use your word, is this, I say the city, you say the culture, is, and it's great that that's being embraced, as opposed to, I do think that there was a long time where it was kind of like, it felt a little bit, and I'm not backing up. I love Tom. I loved Rick.
Yeah,
I still do.
right.
And I love that era, and would be fine if it was still rolling.
Right.
I understand that. But seeing it felt a little more like money campus thing.
Say that again.
It got to feel a little more like money.
Yeah,
You tear
everything
the
was a corporate
silos down.
yeah.
Which I was fine with because I like nice stuff too. But it did start to feel like, okay, anything that has any representation, you tear that down. It's more of a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I do think now it feels the Dunking Bird. I sat with Coach Jerry Jones and talked, and you should have heard, to be able to sit there and listen to him tell a story about the guys on the team that went in, and Coach Crum said, he said, because Coach Jerry Jones said, you know where that Dunking Bird came from? I'm like, no, I don't. No, I'm kind of curious about it. He said, and I'm not going to name players because I can't remember off the top of my head, but he said, around the championship era, he said Coach Crum brought him in, said, what do you guys think? We're looking at jerseys, different things. They said, what about a cardinal bird dunking the basketball? So
Yeah,
it's a pretty good idea.
I'm pretty tainted on Coach Crum and suggestions. 'Cause
Well, yeah, sure.
black jerseys.
Yeah,
didn't
but
work.
he was when you're winning titles for him, he's probably like, "What do y'all want to wear?" Y'all went and won 2 championships and said, "No, we want black jerseys."
He's
You
still-
probably had black jerseys.
Probably not.
No, maybe not by then. That was 20 years before then. Okay, so but I mean, to hear that and to understand what that logo means to, like, I embrace the all generations here at Louisville as a Louisville fan, but to hear somebody like Coach Jones say, no, that's a bigger deal than people realize to have that imagery in the courts.
Yeah, just that if that's the logo I grew up with, that's the logo I know and love.
Yeah, and there's just a feeling around this team and a feeling around, I don't want to say championship, but a feeling around the city, a feeling around the area. I think the Yum Center is going to be awesome this year. And I think that there's a feeling around the program right now that these fans aren't going to let you have anything but a special season. I'm saying a special season. I don't know what that ends up. A championship obviously is what we would love, but I do feel like, man, that there's a special feel around what's happening
I was jealous.
right now. Yeah.
I was jealous.
Yes.
Like I watched it and I'm just like, and there's no way we wouldn't have been playing actual basketball. Like,
oh, sure.
I'm down here. We're gonna be down here for a while.
Right, come on down.
There would have been everybody who knows from my era, like, even if you go the couple years before me and a couple years after me, just, I don't know any players that can be on the out, because we were like the last of the outdoor era, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I felt like nobody, right when I started hitting college was when they started talking about concrete real bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, mid-season or beginning of season, hot day, me and Kevin Smiley going to the court, right? So
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine being down there and somebody looking at me like they think they can beat me, right?
Yeah.
Just like, dude, wipe that look off your face, you know what I'm saying? Just, that guy who dribbles a little too fresh around you, like Brian, like imagine when, imagine when Spencer Keesman rolled up on Steve. Talking
That's
about
a good example.
Yeah, Steve. You got those shoes on. Like, oh, no, you don't want none.
Yeah, you're right. The Sperry's are why I won't work you in basketball.
That was the most disrespectful thing I've ever.
I was like, oh my God, dude.
But yeah, like I could just imagine a look somebody gave Jordan down there at Shawnee, right?
Oh, it's the same look I still give Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Like I want a piece of you. At some point, I do want to test you, but
oh no,
you're still awesome.
okay,
No, that's
okay.
what I'm talking about.
No, we got different looks then, because there's I'm looking at him.
You wouldn't want to test Jordan?
No, no,
5 years ago.
no. I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, there are players, maybe that's the guy good. Actually, for me, I would rather give me Aiden or Steve or somebody, like, can you even get a shot off in the post? That's what I would like to do. Like, okay, give me the ball in the post and let me see if I can even work my way around. The answer is no, but I would need to see that.
I think there were people from afar that looked at Jordan and was like, oh, that's Jordan. But right when he got up close to him,
do you remember when me and you, and I do this all the time, we had this conversation yesterday too. Like I said, with football and basketball players, Marcus and I, we're sitting around. This is what we do, Brian. We have a conversation, and we're just talking about the size of basketball players. Because this is another thing. Luckily, we've been blessed. Marcus has been, around whatever. He's seen all kinds of different body types and players, and but it always is. I've saw some of the greatest athletes on the planet up close. But even like the other day a few months ago when we walked through the kitchen area.
Oh,
At the Young practice facility. And Steve, when you see Steve and Jordan in that room, that's actually like a real normal room. And it's not like, not 100-foot tall ceilings. It's a normal kitchen area.
They swallow up a room.
It's insane to watch them too. And but we had the conversation. I'm like, the one thing about basketball players, I will say, I do still think football players are just the greatest overall athletes. I know, but I'm a football guy, so I can argue that. But here's the thing. I said, I asked Marcus yesterday, I said, Marcus, do you know what would happen if we lined Josh Nickelberry up at receiver? He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, he's bigger than Devontae Parker, right?
Yeah. I mean, some of
Josh Nickelberry.
Start over and say that again.
It's like, I said, if we lined up Josh Nickelberry at wide receiver, he's bigger than Devontae Parker. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not. Of course, Devontae's a monster at his craft.
I get
but
what
I'm
you're
like,
saying.
if Nickelberry played receiver, he would be like.
Devontae is a guard.
Yeah, what you're saying is
Devontae was very normal on the basketball court.
What you're saying is you get a 6'3", 6'4" receiver, you're like, oh man, this is a big guy. You just got to throw it up to him.
Yeah.
And then in basketball, he would be a shooting guard or a
We're
point guard.
throwing piss fits about 6'1" guards. We're like, we got 6'1" guard. I don't want him.
Right? 6'2". Hey,
Yeah.
what's Christian Cunningham? 6'2".
I know. Like, you give me a 6'2" receiver.
You know,
I'm
how
like, let's
big
go.
Christian Cunningham could be a tight end, right? Mm-hmm. He could be a legit. Good 6'2". Tight end.
Oh, sure. Sure, most of the guards on the team. Jordan Ward would be an offensive lineman.
He looked like Makai. He literally looked like Makai.
You have to. You're gonna. No, I'm not going there.
What?
I don't want Becton showing up here.
No, I'm not really.
Yeah, no, you can take that one and own it. That's all you. But yeah, no. But the point is, man. I mean, like it is basketball players. Now, I will say, I say that
We went through that whole thing to say. I'm glad the guys down at Shawnee got some time,
And I say that, and I do say I had my biggest rude awakening when I walked in a tight end room and I saw Giacomini, Scott Kuhn, and Gary Barnage.
Yeah.
I was like,
But they
I
were
need to start preaching.
they were freaks too.
Yeah, no, they were
freaks. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
they
it didn't
kinda
matter.
don't count.
They were all three in the room. And then Coach
Was
Nord's
that
like,
intimidating, Steve?
Coach Nord says, "Who in here was All State?" Yeah, well, everybody. Who in here was All American? And my hand went down. A couple of hands went down. I was like, "You ain't nothing. Get out of here. Go figure out something to do with your life, man. What are you doing in here?" I was like, "What are you doing?" I literally asked myself, "What are you doing?"
You know what's crazy about
Idiot, go home.
that? What's crazy about that, Steve, is the unfortunate football player. I'm just gonna make this a quick local footnote. Little Josh Minkins, right? I said little Josh Minkins.
Yeah, was he 6'2"?
I mean, little brother Josh Minkins. He got freshman little brother.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Young dude, whatever. He popped somebody the other day. Mom's Minkins posted, right?
Yeah.
He pops this dude, nasty little hit, right?
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, he has an inherent advantage by being around his brother all the time.
Absolutely.
He can look at his brother on a daily basis and say, I'm capable of doing that.
Yep.
Kind of one of the points I wanted to make about, how you said guys are Superman when you see him, right? But to little athletes, you're Superman, but I can be like you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So there's still some kind of tangible, it's still kind of a
Sure.
I
mean, I had a couple older cousins that were really, really good. One of them was a D1 type guy.
Right,
Sure.
I mean, listen, I make the joke around all the time. Jalen and Cameron Maben could see me up close. Could see, okay, this is capable. This is real, right?
Absolutely.
So, in football, the unfortunate thing is, unless you really have somebody in close proximity to like work out with and do these drills with and compete against, you can't you can't play one-on-one football, really, you know?
Yeah.
So you can't like take your brother who's 3 years younger than you, and y'all can play some kind of games, but you can't simulate the intensity like you can in basketball, you know? Like I can play my brother or somebody older. I can, at 15, I can go to the college gym and go get worked every day and then come back. And you know what I'm saying? Like I can, you know, like football's just not a sport you can just work on your skills at the next level.
Right.
You know,
I
full
would agree
throttle.
with that.
Yeah, because like I said, you can't send a high school junior and say, I'm gonna go work out with Louisville today.
No, you'll get killed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in basketball, you know, if you're nice at 16, you can go over there and work out with them during the summer, find out what you need to work on. Yeah, so I was just kind of making examples of the level change, you know what I'm saying, and the kind of some things you just can't do, you know, and it kind of stunts the speed of your development in football. Unless you got somebody particular like that. I tell you what, that was an awesome event. We'll take a quick commercial break, reset the show, talk about a little Louisville football, Louisville basketball. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number on 939 The Ville.
If you're looking to score great deals on college football or NFL tickets, then look no further than Tickets for Less. TicketsForLess.com has the best deals on all your football tickets for all the upcoming home games. And they have the best seats at the best prices, and they never charge any service fees. Don't get stuck paying more on other sites when you can get the same great seats for any of this season's home games at Tickets for Less. They have great specials on all football tickets all season long. For all your ticket needs without all the fees and add-ons, score your tickets at TicketsForLess.com.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Perrin Johnson here. Have you heard about things heating up at My Malone's in St. Matthews? Have you heard about the Lamar Bar in the Ravens Nest upstairs? My Malone's in St. Matthews is hosting all Ravens watch parties with weekly prizes and monthly drawings. They are also having bucket and pitcher specials, even a team tub, as well as burgers, barbecue, house-made pizza, and even a crab cake burger. Things are also heating up and on fire on Saturdays for college football. They have a new sports menu in My Malone's in St. Matthews, and it is the spot to cheer on your favorite team. For all your early Premier League action from across the pond, My Malone's in St. Matthews is your only destination. My Malone's in St. Matthews has built its own Bloody Mary bar. They also offer bottomless mimosas, a brunch menu every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2. They open even earlier for those 7:30 games. Find out more about weekly events at My Malone's and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. For reservations, call 502-882-2222. Go Lamar and go Ravens.
Most people probably hope they'll never need an attorney for something bad that's happened to them, but when you need one, the difference between a good one and a bad one could mean a lot of money. Sam Aguiar has helped our listeners, our company, and even our employees individually with cases. Why? He's responsive, asks the right questions, and is easy to talk to. But make no mistake, Sam Aguiar and his team are aggressive at making people pay what they owe you. So if you've been hurt in a car, at work, or anywhere in between, call their easy-to-remember number, 502-888-8888 or AguiarInjuryLawyers.com.
Major League Baseball's postseason is here.
Gone! Another home run!
Every team wants it so badly. Every player wants it so badly.
The track in the wall leaps and he caught it! He caught it up against the wall!
You've made it this far. There's only one goal left to win it all.
Gone! Watch it all!
Coverage of the MLB postseason on ESPN Louisville is presented by UPSJobs.com, Class Act Federal Credit Union, and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to get a ride home even if you're just a little impaired. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, Steve.
Class Act Federal Credit Union, it's all about the people and education. Class Act serves the educational community.
This is going to be a Satterfield clip on the Ivory video before the game where he got a bloody nose.
4%
He was asked about it in the press conference yesterday.
funds each month. Drop your bank, join the movement. Text ESPN to 502-212-3167 to enter our weekly $25 Visa gift card drawing. Again, text the word ESPN to 502-212-3167. Visit classact.org today.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening
What's up, Bowler?
39 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Cool, what is it? Okay.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and
Hold on, there's a clip.
Rummage.
It's just a pregame, I don't know, ritual. I don't know what you want to call it, but I mean, Coach Ivey's been doing that his whole coaching career. You know, it's just he's down there with his defensive line and getting those guys going, getting them hyped up pregame. You know, and he just happened to get hit in the lip. I think that's why he got some blood on that one because he doesn't have a helmet on. You know, but he's interactive. He's very passionate about what he does. You know, I think Coach Lefford the same way. You know, Coach Lefford getting that offensive line fired up. You know, it's a different world when you put your hand down on the ground. Offense and defensive line. That little area right there, it's a different world. You got to be a different kind of guy to put your hand down on the ground.
You should have let it go. He got funnier on that one. Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150, 93.9 is the number, 939 is the station. He goes on to say, like, when he's talking slick,
Yeah.
when Satterfield's talking slick, Ledford's is like, you ever put your hand in the dirt?
Yeah.
And he says, no. All right then.
Okay. All right. We'll be quiet.
Right.
Coach Ivey played D-line. Coach Lefford played, you know, in the NFL at offensive line, and they understand that world. If you talk to defensive linemen and offensive linemen, they'll tell you the same thing. And Coach Lefford always jokes with me. He said, "You ever put your hand in the dirt?" And I'm no, you know, I'm a quarterback. You know, I'm one of these guys that don't want to live in that life. But it's a different world. But they're just, you know, getting their guys fired up, getting their guys ready to play. Everybody's different in how they do that, and you know, it's that's just the way they do it. You know, sometimes they have some casualties out there as far as some injuries go, but you know, it's because they care about their guys and they want to get the most out of them and have fun with it. I mean, I think that's the bottom line.
Did Patty Ice go in that press conference asking Coach Satterfield if they were really fighting or something? Patty Ice, were you going to ask that coach something like, dude, Coach, I mean, it's pretty intense. Is there something to that? Yes, Patty Ice, they were fighting. They were really trying to hurt each other.
That's funny. They probably were.
Right. But
I know.
That's how you spar.
It's like, yeah, they probably were.
Yeah, they're going to get over it and go play football.
That's awesome.
It did look.
It was cool.
I did think I liked it. I thought it was pretty intense. Like, you realize, like, there is no warm up in football either.
No.
Like from the first snap, like you jog around and then you crash into each other on the kickoff.
Yeah.
And the first
Yeah.
running play. Like, if you're not already in full adrenaline survival mode.
Oh, I know.
Like, yes, that's why you snatch on somebody's mask. That's why you grab them and chop them in the throat, because that's what they're going to look like.
Yeah.
We said here, and we always talk about Ledford and Brown, but Ivy is quickly becoming one of my favorite assistant coaches because he's also the guy who's given some of the pep talk speeches in the locker room and different things, and I like his intensity.
I do too.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who starts that cheer.
Yeah.
From the windows. Yeah.
I love it, dude. No, it's awesome, man. Yeah, I love the staff.
Okay, so here's the thing. Have we put a bow tie on? Have we put a bow tie on the Wake Forest game?
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
Have we put a bow tie on who we are as a team?
For the most part.
So now we are what we are on defense, and we're just.
I think you're going to continue to. I think there's still a couple more levels that you can get out on this team. Like, I don't know that they've peaked performance yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think over the next few games we may say, okay, this is what you can get. Now they're going to continue to get better.
I mean, here's where 6 games in. Here's where I wouldn't be surprised to see a new guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Or 2 or 3.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like some guys, like, okay, we have to develop. We have to go recruit depth, and you have to develop some depth. ACC power rankings. Clemson 1, Georgia Tech 14.
That's fair.
Is that the way they that the way they unveil it?
They're like, we can go ahead and throw Georgia Tech at the bottom.
we can start that out. And of course, on my Facebook, keep popping up on cheating Packer calls.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Brian Hall. Here's the thing. We're at the top of the hour, and I got to ask you: Do you have that sound ready? People, something's going on. There's an earthquake that is rumbling as we speak. There is something that is growing in the city and in the studio. There's something going on, and it's kind of been happening right in front of your faces, but I think you don't appreciate what's going on.
Brian Kinnison here, the OVW social media correspondent, updating you on some major tension happening online.
I'm Steve Rummage from 93.9 The Ville.
We saw the announcement over the weekend. U of L sports personality Steve Rummage from 93.9 The Ville would be our special guest host for the Tuesday night Fight Mare event at the Bourbon Hall in Louisville, October 29th.
And I am so excited for this, and I love OVW wrestling.
OVW commentator Shannon the Dude is not too happy with Rummage being around.
You're absolutely right.
Remember, the Dude calls himself the Radio World Heavyweight Champion. He's part of QMF and Kentucky Sports Radio. So the Dude took to Twitter Sunday calling Rummage a no-name personality from a no-name station. Shots fired. But Rummage clapped back on his show, on air, on Monday.
And I will go to Davis Arena and I will punch Shannon right in his face. I'm being serious. And his daddy Matt may not be there to help him.
Rummage has promised to be at Davis Arena on Tuesday night, so we're going to have a face-to-face confrontation with these two radio rivals. Big Blue Nation and Card Nation will be watching. What are they going to say? What are they going to do? I have no idea, but I know I don't want to miss it. Doors open at Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road in Louisville, Tuesday night at 6:30, and we go live on TVNA. If you can't be here in person, tune in live on WBNA TV in Kentuckiana. I'm Brian Kinnison, Gladiator Sports Network.
Yeah, so now you know. Now you know.
I'm listening, Brian.
I will say that the audio of Steve Rummage, when you actually talked on radio, it sounded the best of any of the audio that they had. I mean, we have these nice crisp mics in our no-name studio.
I know, right? How about that, dude?
It's pretty cool.
How about that? That was kind of a shot at everybody, wasn't it? I think everybody should be a little aggravated, but that's okay.
I think you did a good job on the commercial, too.
I thought I did good, too.
Actually, I'm scared that wasn't really a commercial.
Okay.
It was a little too believable.
Well, it should
So
be
this
believable.
goes down 2 weeks from today.
Should be believable. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to go tonight, though, and I will be on the TV show tonight.
There you go.
I said yesterday I was going to go, so I'm going to go
Don't
tonight.
go get beat up on our behalf. Don't wear no 93. Don't wear any Cardinal stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Don't wear
Wear it all.
any 93.9
I'm
stuff.
not going to get beat up.
Steve,
I mean, some of those guys up there may be able to beat me up. He can't beat me up.
Somebody's going to sneak behind you. Are you going to take a chair to the back of the head out of nowhere?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not planning on it.
No, I know. I'm saying you need to watch your back.
No, I know
because
that.
you won't see it coming.
No, that's what I'm saying. And here's the deal. Like I said, I mean, I can beat him up. Like that's
What does he call himself? The daddy of sports talk radio?
No, he's the dude.
Well, I know the dude.
Yeah,
the sports radio champion.
A sports radio champion.
Radio champion.
Yeah, radio heavyweight champion.
I know he's the dude. Shane.
But I think like he's only ever wrestled Tony Vanetti for it. Like I like Tony and all, but I mean, I think I'm a little bigger than Tony, right? Am I not?
People.
So he got that title for one fight.
I think he made it up.
Okay.
So
another thing that's going on. Speaking of special events, we got Clemson.
Yeah.
And can you imagine how pumped I'm going to be on Friday? Can you imagine how pumped up we're going to be on Friday? Brian Hall, Steve, and I are going to be at Applebee's on Friday.
Yeah.
We're doing a show. People,
let's go.
I'm going to bring a care package to Applebee's. You come over and hang out. I will be giving. And I always have the best care packages. Like, no disrespect to koozies, but I bring something.
Phil.
I bring valuable items to give away. I will have a care package on Friday. We will be at Applebee's on Friday. And the weather's supposed to be absolutely perfect. Cancel your Friday morning plans. Friday's the day to come hang out with us. Like, we're all going to have some good therapy sessions.
Yeah.
Some good sports therapy sessions coming up on Friday. So, Steve, in the next hour, are we going straight into red and white? Because we haven't discussed any red and white.
There is a lot from the red-white game that I want to talk about, from the practice, from everything that I saw on Saturday.
I cannot wait to talk about Brian. You go ahead and set us up to play out. Plenty basketball conversation. Might have some recruiting questions. Might dabble down in that area a little bit. Still scared to talk Clemson just yet. I still feel like, it's like I feel like I got some good football talk for you. As always, people, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Made for the Ville.
Steve, this is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome. So, are y'all going to have a fight in 2 weeks? Off air? Yeah. Yeah, get that off.
After putting just
all right, is it off?
Miles on my old Acura, I couldn't resist the urge and the design of a new one at Neil Huffman. Design, the technology, and the low cost of ownership, just like the entire Acura line. And just like my first purchase from Neil Huffman Acura at Oxmoor 5 years ago, the process was easy. I'll get 2 years of maintenance, and I can rest easy with 50 years of Neil Huffman dealership experience behind me. So visit the team over at Acura or online at neilhuffman.com.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
There comes a time in some people's lives where they wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say to themselves, oh my God, I'm going bald. If that's you, don't get depressed, because I have fantastic news for you. I'm Brandon Lang, best known for the movie Two for the Money, with Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey playing yours truly. When I decided to fix my baldness, I researched hundreds of doctors across the country before deciding on one of the best right here in your hometown, Parsley Waldman Hair Center of Louisville. My consultation was so easy and, as it turned out, more affordable than you could have ever imagined. Dr. Waldman and his staff treated me like family, and from the moment I walked in the door till the time I left, I was treated like royalty. Go to hairsurgery.com right now and let Parsley Waldman help you get your hair back and your self-confidence back as well. That is hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and take the first step to being young again.
Hey guys, golfing season is back, and what better way to celebrate than with a round at Wooded View Golf Course in Clarksville. Located just minutes from downtown Louisville off Veterans Parkway and I-65, Wooded View Golf Course is convenient and affordable. Wooded View also features a pro shop, lounge, and an outdoor patio to relax for before and after your round. Schedule your tee time today at woodedviewgc.com. Again, that's woodedviewgc.com.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
With UPS, future you graduates from Metro College with zero debt. How? As a package handler, you'll have a great job while you attend Metro College, and 100% of your tuition will be covered. Future you goes further than you imagine. Find out what you'll become at UPS.
We are ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by UPS Jobs. Graduate debt-free. Apply today at upsjobs.com. The 4-2 Louisville football team continues to prepare for their matchup against Clemson on Saturday. Yesterday, the ACC named Louisville quarterback Evan Conley the freshman of the week and the quarterback of the week after he accounted for 275 yards of offense and 3 touchdowns. Hassan Hall was named the special teams player of the week as he had several big returns, including his second career kickoff return touchdown. Conley was also one of 8 players announced as a Manning Award winner as one of the stars of the week. Head coach Scott Satterfield met with the media yesterday, and he talked about Conley's poise in that Wake Forest game.
I think that's just kind of his makeup. I think he's a very even keel kind of guy to begin with. He really I've never seen him really get too excited, really emotional or anything. He just kind of stays even keel. Very cerebral player, so he's really smart, understands what we're trying to do. Extremely hard worker.
The Cards are set to face the number 3 ranked Clemson Tigers on Saturday at noon at Cardinal Stadium. The Louisville basketball coaching staff continues to hit the recruiting trail pretty hard as yesterday, Indianapolis Lawrence Central star Deontay Davis took an unofficial visit to Louisville. It was the 3rd school that he has unofficially visited, and he received an offer from the Cards. He is a small forward and listed as the number 2 overall player in Indiana for the 2022 class, and he's the number 95 overall player in the class. And he was recently committed to Nebraska before decommitting and reopening his recruitment. The Cards also continued to search for a point guard in the 2020 class, and yesterday Jalen Terry, who is a 4-star point guard and the number 56 player overall, decommitted from Michigan State. And apparently Louisville has called to vouch his interest and possibly playing for the Cards. And they continue to pursue 2 possible reclassifications in Devin Askew and Christian Lander. Yesterday, the University of Louisville announced that the 16th ranked Louisville women's soccer team will have a special guest for their matchup on Friday against number 11 Duke. It'll be U.S. national team member Rose Lavelle. The Cards face Duke at 5 p.m., and it will be a doubleheader as the men's game will follow. The Louisville baseball team's 14th annual Pizza Bowl series got underway yesterday at Jim Patterson Stadium as Jake Snyder's Saints, led by assistant coach Eric Snyder, captured a 6-2 win behind a strong pitching performance from Luke Smith. Game 2 of the series is Wednesday at 3, and Game 3 is at 6 o'clock on Friday. And last but certainly not least, the number 5 ranked Louisville field hockey team hosts number 16 Stanford today at noon at Traeger Stadium, and you'll be able to catch that on ACC Network Extra. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Both of those guys have played really well. You know, I think Malik coming in, you know, he's
quarterbacks.
Been out there. He's played great the last 2 weeks. You know, he's gotten dinged up.
What's up, baller?
He's had to come out, and Evans come in and played great as well.
You got it.
You know, I'll say what I've always said is that, you know, whoever's the healthiest and gives us the best chance, that's who will play. You know, I mean, it's, you know, both of those guys have played good. I mean, we've moved the football and had some big plays. We've taken care of the ball for the most part. I mean, you know, so they both can run. You know, I think we saw that, you know, with Evan in that last run he had to score. So we'll play the guy who's the most healthiest. I think that's probably been the biggest question, you know, and you know, I hate injuries, and that's part of the game, but whoever's the most healthiest guy will play.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. It is amazing how we tend to listen to all this and appreciate the little things. One of the little things that I, in particular, just love is the fact that when we hit our thermometer 2 degrees up, 2 degrees down, it works. It can work for you. DFH takes care of our studios. They can take care of you. The DFH's Mitsubishi Mini Split can get your hard to cool or hard to heat up room to the right temperature this month. Buy a complete trained system from DFH. Get 6 months special financing plus your choice of a whole house humidifier or air cleaner. 968-6222. Or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
This weekend, we've had a little NFL talk today, so it's never too early to remind you. And I want to make sure we do a really good job at this because I think this is there was a conversation I had with somebody. They were like, you know, why doesn't Louisville do a little more to embrace Lamar and the Teddy? And I'm like, well, we do. You know, I think 93.9 The Ville has done this radio station has done, ESPN Louisville's done a great job at embracing that, and we've taken on the official home for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens during the 2019 NFL season, which has been a pretty good season so far, if you haven't noticed. This Sunday, though, Lamar and the Ravens are headed to Seattle, where Seattle just ripped Baker up real good. That's going to be at 4 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville. Lamar and the Ravens are presented by Liquor Barn. You can download their app and have Liquor Barn delivered to you, Marcus. And Molly Malone's, the official Lamar bar, all season long.
It's not a bad idea, Steve.
I've often wondered, I'm like, why don't you do that? Wouldn't that be a great idea? Huh. Yeah, get my liquor. I love that commercial still running around at me. It's like, you buy your beer. Save more for that beer. People's like, that idiot. You can tell the way he says it. He has never drank.
We always run into that.
Have more for that beer that you're going to drink.
That's going to go down in history as your one time where you just say, I just sold out.
Yeah, it's totally sold out.
Yeah,
it's on the paper. I read whatever's on the paper.
Seattle Paul, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, when we play Clemson, let's say even if we were a decent team, I mean, that's like that has a shot against Clemson. How many players do you think Clemson has on the field when we play them?
As far as, what do you mean, 11?
They got 18. They got 18 players we got to play against. I'm including the 7 officials,
right?
Because there's no way in this year's ACC that ACC higher-ups are going to allow Clemson to lose and give up a shot at the playoffs. Because if Clemson loses one game, they're out. There's no way they're making the playoffs with their current strength schedule.
That's a very well thought out conspiracy theory. That's right up my alley.
Think about it. There's no way. I mean, let's say if somehow we're going in the fourth quarter, it's a close game, the Zebras are taking over, guaranteed.
No, listen, I appreciate that call. That's a good point.
I will say, I agree with him for the most part. The only thing I don't agree with, I think one loss Clemson will get in. When you build up what Clemson and Alabama have done, your strength of schedule doesn't matter.
The noise is going to be louder than the actual decision-making room.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a hot take.
Yeah, because Clemson and Alabama, you can say it's not fair and it should be an every year thing, but you've built up enough cred that one loss, like you're Clemson, Alabama, you have a loss to give.
Yeah. No, like you said, no matter what your schedule says.
Yeah.
You know,
so that I don't think,
especially if like I said, now if you snuck past 1 point win, 1 point win, 2 point win, and then at the end of the year, I could see a scenario where
I don't know.
Ohio State's rolling, Oklahoma rolling. If they all come in undefeated, then you're not getting in.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you look like, but even that year with Jameis, that second year, I mean, Florida State looked like they were I've never watched a team more look like they were just running with their face almost in the dirt, like all right. And it was like you knew they're going to get killed in this playoff game, whoever they play, and they did.
Oh, I had one more football question. Would you take a cheater on your sideline for the Clemson game?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you take a cheater on your sideline?
I'll take the Clemson win outside of anything. I will sell outside of anything of probably my soul. and I would ponder that one, but I would say no.
I was the statement I made as soon as we went off air. I said this, and I just want to get your response before we go to basketball. I said, while I thought we would win some games, while I thought we would win at the rate we're winning, right? Not once did I appreciate how good it was going to feel.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Does it feel better than you thought it was going to feel when you said at the beginning of the year when you said, I hope we can win still some games?
Yes, it does. It does because the games. But here's one of the reasons too. I have to admit, the games were fun. You have to admit you had fun against Notre Dame and Florida State.
And Florida State.
Florida State was fun, man. Like those games. But here's one thing I have to admit too.
Boston College was
no, they were but those were wins. I mean, of course they're fun. But yes, they were fun wins. Like you're right down to the end. I mean, me and Mark Blankenbaker and Beth Satterfield are in locked arms watching Blanton Creaky kick this kick. Like it was like this. Come on, baby.
Awesome.
Come on, baby. And then and then of course the Wake Forest game. My gosh, I mean, just how many times did we just like, like, oh yeah, I'm screaming. I'm like, dude, I don't even know why you're looking at this. There's no way you can overturn this in a pile.
Yep.
Like and it's just it was awesome when you won. So yeah, I think that has played into it as well. How much fun it's been. And some of it is a little bit of it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but a little of it is it's just fun to have fun again, too. Because you remember when David Padgett was coaching that year. We went through a stretch where we played Florida State, Miami, Notre Dame. There was a little stretch there where it was like, okay, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what it's like to have fun. And I'm having fun right now. Even the Miami loss, it was like, yeah, but that was a good game, And there's a little bit of that. But these are exciting games against pretty good teams.
Trajectory is awesome. So, people, you're going to notice a little bit of a
change. Freak are you watching?
That's awesome. Before, you're going to notice a little bit. I got mesmerized by this guy jumping over a hose, just shooting around, and then it goes straight to this. So So you're going to notice a little bit of a change as far as role reversal with Rummage and myself in this one. And let me give my early disclaimer. Brian, Eric Wood is coming up next, so I'm going to want to take that. Did you hear me?
What do you want?
Eric Wood is coming up on Packer and Durham next, so
Okay.
I want to be able to take that.
Get it up to do. Okay. Yeah. 1 sec.
Okay, so I don't know if people heard the Coach Mack post red and white game press conference, but he ran into a little problem. I was so glad that he went public about his problem, right? The problem was he was almost late to his own red and white game. He was almost late. I knew I couldn't make it, right? Like normally people, I'm kind of a last minute, guy, and I didn't expect to have any traffic, on Saturday midday or whatever. I listened to Steve. Steve said, "Where you at?" I said, I'm leaving the house now. He said, "Dude," he said, "I couldn't really get straight to the gym from off the expressway."
Well, yeah, we had that conversation at 12:15.
Yeah.
And I was walking in the Center. I'm like, "You here?" "No, I'm still at the house." I'm like, "Dude, it starts in 45 minutes."
And I thought it was kind of starting right away. So I was like, if it's that packed,
and the food.
It was good. Oh, you didn't tell me.
They had burgers and chicken tenders and fries. And I sat there with Taylor Lynch, LSL. Yep. I sat there, had a nice little lunch. We had a good little conversation. It was fun. He enjoys what we do. And we enjoy his stuff. We was talking sports. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Okay, so Steve was there and I wasn't. So Steve?
Yeah.
Start us off.
I was a little skeptical going in. I was a little
attendance.
No, I don't care about the attendance. Look, we fill it up when we need to. I know you're going to get quite a few fans.
There are no signs of the program.
I don't have to. I'm not Mr. It has to be packed for red-white game.
Right.
Saturday at 1 o'clock. But there was a lot of fans.
Okay.
A lot of fans there. So it was really good, really impressive. And I always remind myself too, like Coach Mack comes out, because I'll be honest, there was a little piece of me. I was like, the two side sections were, I don't want to say full, but they were pretty covered.
Mm-hmm.
The one behind me was pretty covered. Mm-hmm. There was pretty much a horseshoe.
Right.
That was almost full. And then the one, there was a scattered here and there. And there's a little piece of me, and to hear the first thing Coach Mack says, he's like, for people, this many people to come out and watch practice is unreal. I'm like, it's still like we know expectation of ourselves. But when other people come in, they're like, that many people come to watch practice?
Right.
This is crazy. I was a little skeptical of the format. When he said, okay, we're going to practice, then we're going to scrimmage, I was like, is this going to be a showcase?
See, and
because I don't want to see a showcase. Like, I love how they open the gym.
No excuses on my behalf, but I'm kind of like practice.
I know, and no, but here's the thing. I love watching a practice.
Yeah, a real deal.
I'm like, okay, sign me up.
But see, I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to be 3-man weaves and.
Well, you know how they do the open gym. Like, I love that for recruiting. Mm-hmm. Not so much for the play on the floor.
Right.
I don't. There's not a lot there. They're there for the crowd and for the recruits.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So
like breaking the sweat stuff.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. So that's fun. But it was apparent very quick that this was a practice.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that, and I thought Coach Mack did a good job at saying, we've already taken 2 injuries. Here's what he said, kind of without saying it. We can win the championship this year, and we've already taken 2.
Brian. We got to take it.
What?
Said it. Just win if you're Clemson.
2 words for Clemson.
Just win.
Win. If you do that and go 13-0, I really love your chances of being in the playoffs.
By the way, we'll get to over and unders, I promise. But good calls. Very good calls. Thanks to Larry and James for being a part of our show at 8:44.
By the way, this is Eric Wood.
Say ACC.
Did we miss him?
On the other side, you're going to start adhering to the rules that Roddy Jones and I adhere to on weekends. When Eric Wood says it, that's what we do, Pack.
You might need to take that field hockey stick with you this weekend.
I don't think so. The big fella, 3-time Pro Bowler Eric Wood, one of Louisville's all-time greats, and our sideline analyst in the 12 noon package, joins Packer and Durham from Derby City. He got to see Thomas Rhett live the other night at the Yum Center. We'll talk about that and other things, too, when we come back on the other side on Packer and Durham on ACC Network and SiriusXM 371.
It's on the other side. Hey, real quick, though, while we're doing random stuff here, did you all know the XFL draft is live right now on YouTube?
Oh, I do. I'm a Dallas Renegades fan.
Yeah, and Louisville just had Keith Tolbridge drafted in the 7th round to the New York Guardians.
Hey.
That's awesome.
All right,
Tight end Keith Tolbridge from Louisville.
Go on, Keith Tolbridge. Yeah, I've been kind of keeping up with it. We got Landry Jones, Cameron Artis-Payne.
This is a really cool idea.
Jeff Bidet.
And to do it
You know way too much.
Dude, all my buddies were texting me, and they're like, you watching the XFL draft on YouTube channel? They're like, oh, yeah, it's something to do right now.
I know. No, I'm in, man. Dallas Renegades. Let's go.
Okay, skeptical about the format.
Okay, so.
Wait.
What?
Is this supposed to be on?
This is recorded. Their recorded earlier segment is really cut up. They do a show, and then they replay it.
Is this a commercial then right now?
I have.
Can you tell, Brian?
I have no.
Hang on one sec. They're still on a commercial.
Well, you keep your ear.
It's not him. Hold on.
Yeah, it's their show is very chopped up when this record.
All right, let's give this a shot.
Pretty intense. Assistant coach, you showed some video of him yesterday on the show. Pre-game, he's out there bleeding already with guys. I mean, that's your kind of dude, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know that I want to mess with him anymore. but I absolutely love the passion. And since day one, from getting to meet the staff that Scott Satterfield has assembled, I've been so impressed from top to bottom with everyone they brought in. And it's just a great group of dudes. They've truly connected with the players. They also seem to be great teachers of football. And in college football nowadays, you only get 10 paid assistants, and the head coach can only be in so many areas at once. A lot of it is the staff that you can assemble, and he's just another example of a guy who does, he does his 1/10, but man, they have a great group of quality ball coaches.
All right, so now the Cards, coming off the win against Wake Forest, turn around, and here's Clemson. So take me through what that has to be like this week. You got to calm down after the win and understand that, here comes the biggest and baddest guy in the neighborhood, so to speak, right?
Yeah, I would say the expectations aren't super high from the outside looking in. Internally, I'm sure that they'll be prepped to play, and they're going to go out and try and get them a win. But, your season's it's not a make or break on the season like it was a few years ago when you played Clemson, when you had College game day at home. It's going to be a different atmosphere and all that. After the absolute beatdown that Clemson gave Louisville last year, I think a competitive game, a game where they went out and showed some toughness against a very, very quality opponent would be a good sign for where the program's heading. But that spread is dropping. I saw it went from 24.5 to 24, so maybe people have some confidence in the Cards.
Eric, you know what's been really impressive about Louisville? There's a lot of things, but, it doesn't seem to matter what quarterback is in the game. They're executing, which to me is a sign of great coaching. These guys have bought into what they're selling, and with Conley coming in off the bench again Saturday night against Wake Forest and playing lights out, being the rookie of the week and every quarterback of the week, to me that's just an indicator what a great job this staff has done.
Packer, that's a phenomenal point and something I agree with. And this is an offensive line that was so maligned last year, and then they bring in Dwayne Ledford, and it stabilized a lot of what they're doing up front. And the strength of Louisville's team is at wide receiver first, then running back, with guys like Fitzpatrick and Dawkins and Tutu Atwell on the outside, and then with Hawkins and Hall in the backfield. That's the strength of their team. And so the quarterback, when he comes in, he just needs to distribute. And they start the year with pass, move to Cunningham, and then because of injury, the freshman Conley's getting some run now. And those guys have just done a great job of not trying to do too much and distribute the football.
All right. Well, appreciate the time this morning. Talk to you later, and look forward to being.
Whoa. Before we let Ewan go,
wait.
You're doing some homework, I know, for the game this week. Give me one tidbit that has already surprised you about your game coming up this weekend?
Oh, okay. There you go.
No, that's good stuff. Man, I've been really impressed with the redshirt freshman, Rousseau for Miami, number 15. Man, he jumps off the film. And
That's the game he's actually calling, I
last
think.
week was his first start. That was the first game I truly studied Miami. That blew me away a little bit. We've had Georgia Tech a number of times. Roddy and Wes made some kind of deal with the ACC where.
Okay, so red and white game.
Okay.
Format. Go.
Red white game. You quickly realize that it's a real practice.
At what point did you realize that when you see him go 1-on-1, 2-on-2?
No, that was deeper into it. No, I mean, no, they're going hard. The drills, you're doing a lot of shell. You're doing a lot of 1-man back, or 4-man back, 1-man trail type drills.
Like catching up to the play.
Yeah. I mean, you've done the drill. I'm sure you line up four people on the baseline. They call out Steve. Oh, okay, now I got to touch the baseline and get back. Kind of work on transition offense a little bit of. It's more of a. To me, it's more of an offensive drill. Find the open man, but it was.
Wait a minute. Just say that again.
I know
because this is funny.
No, I know.
5-on-4, like for people who don't know, it's basically a 5-on-4 until the fifth man catches up to the team.
Yeah.
You thought about that as an offensive drill?
To me, I'm finding the open man. Like I like my team.
You know what's funny about that? The losing teams I was on, I always thought that was an offensive drill.
Yeah.
The winning teams I was on got hype about getting shut down from the defensive side.
Yeah.
So I know both ways you're talking about.
The best then moved into the one-on-one drill. Now every drill Coach Mack did, you started to realize was a game within a game.
Mm-hmm.
Every single drill, there was a red team and a white team, and they switched up. Losers ran down and back.
Right.
It was you get to the one-on-one portion of it, and that's where I think the intensity really picked up.
Mm-hmm. I am not letting somebody embarrass me.
It looked from what I was gathering, it looked like you had 2 out of 3. That's 2 out of 3. Mm-hmm. It looked like you needed to get to the bucket. You need to pull up jumper or pull up 3. It looked like a mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get a mid-range shot. You roll the ball out. Guards rolled the ball out to the top. You come out every time. Dino would scream high hands. So you got to come out with high hands, break down in your stance, and then play.
Right.
It was fun to watch. Darius and Fresh going at each other was good.
Mm-hmm. Coach Mack sounded a little disappointed in Fresh in his post game. Did you see that, or are you just saying you thought he was going to be a lot better?
I think that's him wanting more out of Fresh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's him wanting more out of Fresh. I didn't think he was too bad. But the highlight of that was the bigs got on the post.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is fun.
I'm listening.
The bigs get on the post. Aiden, Steve gets checking into Steve. Aiden, you can tell, is like, this is every ounce of power I have. I'm gonna put into you right here.
Aiden is guarding Steve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the fans, every time Aiden would dunk in the drills, and there were a couple of drills where it was just, you could tell it was loosen up drills, and they were running. You still ball movement, but okay, the crowd would just because he cocks it back and hammers it. So, anyways, he puts everything he has in Steve. Steve misses a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, that one was a little more about Steve. Second one, Aiden plays good defense. It was a little more about Aiden.
You can hear a little buzz going on.
Stopped him twice. So now the team switch.
Mm-hmm.
White goes up top, red goes down to the bottom. Everybody was on offense, on defense. Good matchups. I thought Sam got to the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Sam can finish around the basket.
Who was he getting around? Dwayne or Jordan?
I think Jordan. We'll see.
Okay.
So, anyways, they switch up. Aiden gets the ball in the post 2 times. First time, Aiden hits him with a spin move.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Scores. Crowd's just
right. I bet they're gassing him up.
Second time, gets it. Steve kind of stops him. Aiden works his way to the middle, out from the. He stops him baselines. Aiden works his way. You can tell it's something Mac teaches.
Yeah.
If you don't get the first baseline move, put yourself in front of the basket.
Yep.
That's something I've noticed with the bigs. He works his way to the front, shoots a little jump hook, hits it. Crowd's nuts, man.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, crowd's nuts.
Now they think now they think he's ready.
They score on Steve. Now Jordan's up in Steve's face. You got worked. Everybody's got worked. And and everybody's like, all right, Aiden. Aiden may be the starter. That's what you go.
Right.
Okay, so they do a few more drills. They get into the game. The moment the ball was tipped, you were like, Steve Enoch is so much better.
Once they actually start playing basketball.
When they started playing the game, Steve Enoch, Steve looked awesome.
Could he work his way into a first-round pick this year?
Yeah.
I think definitely.
His body looks amazing.
So why did he look like a different person from drill to game?
I think just one-on-one drill. There's a small space, and Aiden's good. Aiden's a borderline 5-star recruit coming in. He's a good player. He got you, whatever. But now there's more to it than just man-on-man, strength on strength.
So, what you said from the moment the tip?
The moment the tip, Steve comes down. You get the ball. Steve takes him outside. Bang. Knocks one down.
On the first one, he goes jump
I think
shot?
second one. Mm-hmm. Second one, knocks one down. Steve gets another one, goes in the middle, works him in the middle of the lane, bucket. Now, Mac is screaming at Aiden, get in a stance, beep, beep, really loud.
Right.
No, everybody's kind of like, oh, dang.
Like it was too loud.
Yeah. Steve gets the ball again, comes back around, makes a move, punches it. Luke Murray turns around to Quinn Slazinski, says, get him out. Get him out.
I love it.
Yeah, he screams it.
love
He says, get him out. And I'm like, who? I'm like, is he talking about Aiden? Quinn comes in. Aiden. You can tell Aiden. But here's the thing, and Coach Jones said this too. Aiden comes to the sidelines. Was the first time I'm like, Aiden will be an All-American here at some point.
Because his
attitude is, I know. And you want to talk about mistakes of commission and omission? This dude was giving everything he had.
Okay.
His look at, I wish you would have been there to see things like this. The look he gives Luke Murray, he soaked everything in. He goes and sits down, and not once did he go, man. He sits there and he looks, and you can tell, I'm watching the game. I'm processing what he just said. I'm processing what Mac's not even talking to him. Mac's like, get out of my face. So
he's going full.
Yeah, seriously, Mac was sitting right there, and Mac was like, you could tell Mac had that look to Luke Murray, like, you're gonna have to deal with that dude right now, because that was pathetic.
I'll break his confidence now.
Yeah. So, but the look he had was he soaked it in. He was like, okay. And when he come in, he played a lot better. Steve's just better. Steve's a lot better. Steve may be the best big man in the league. So, but Steve, okay, so that was just the one-on-one battle between them two. I thought was one of the most captivating things of the day. Steve,
8150 939 3831 939. Anybody else who took something away from the red and white, feel free to jump in.
I thought Nickelberry probably impressed me the most of the day. Steve was the best player. Nickelberry, to me, when I say impressed me the most, put that on a scale.
Did anything change for you?
No, they're a good team. They probably shoot better than I thought. Jordan has a green light to shoot whenever he wants. You asked me a question. I didn't think they took a lot of bad shots.
Yeah,
because that was one of the biggest things.
Yeah, the bad shots are going to be like what's so important for me.
Ryan took one pretty bad. I think he can get away with that. Jordan took a couple, but Jordan hit a couple. Jordan hit one. Here's the thing. It's clear. Jordan come off a screen in the corner, fading away, caught a ball, fading back, shoots it, hits it. He caught another one later that he missed. Bad shot, kind of fading away. Mac didn't blink an eye either time.
That means, like, do you know how much he must be torching them to be allowed to shoot that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Mac didn't. I looked.
Because you don't put up with bad percentage shots like that.
No. When I watched Jordan shoot those shots, my face immediately went to Mac, and Mac didn't blink an eye either time. So I said, okay, Jordan has that light. He can do that. Ryan, he didn't jump on Ryan very much. Of course, Ryan's looks are going to go down. Opportunities are going to go down. His looks are probably going to go up. But he's not going to get as many opportunities because here's
minutes.
Yeah, minutes. Here's the problem. Nickelberry can shoot it.
Nickelberry can shoot.
Fresh can shoot it. Darius. I said Nickelberry. It's close between Darius and Nickelberry for me.
Who impressed you the most?
Yeah, who impressed me the most. Again, I'm not saying who's the best player. I'm saying who
Texas says Fresh was trying too hard.
I agree with that. That's why I wasn't worried about Fresh. I agree with that, and I think Mac mentioned him after the game to let him know in public, like, I need more out of you. So stop trying so hard and just be who you are.
Yeah, be better.
Darius looked really good too. So, but we shoot it so well that Ryan is not as much of an asset. I don't say an asset, but
yeah, right.
You don't have to have him on the floor.
If Ryan is a 47% and somebody else is a 40 or 39.
Well, last year we would say, man, we need Ryan to come in and break this one open. Well, this year everybody can shoot it.
But
Sam can shoot it.
But 6'5" D up guys might bring more value at times.
No, it's at 100%. So anyway, so that was kind of that, and then just watching them. I mean, they don't take a lot of bad shots. They played smart, and I did have to remind myself. I walked up on my way out. I walked up to see Phil Baker and Nick Curran. First thing Nick says to me, he's like, "You realize, man, they don't even have their all ACC center out there, and the 6'5" point guard. Like, you forget, you're watching them, and you're like, it's a national championship team, and you're like, wait a minute." They have two big pieces. Texter said it too. Last thing I'll say, as far as my takeaways, Withers. I still don't know how much he'll contribute this year in serious role, but he was much better than I thought he would be.
He's probably improved since he's gotten here.
He is. He'll start for the University of Louisville before he leaves here. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and it'll be one of those things where you'll bring in a top guy and you'll go, Withers will be a junior or a senior, and we'll bring in a 5-star power forward. Well, he ain't going to start over Withers. Like, we will have that conversation about 2022 guy, 5-star that we get, power forward. And he's not going to start with Withers, but he's good. You'll bring in 2022's Aiden.
Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150 93.9 is the number on 93.9 The Ville.
As football season arrives, the DFH company wants to know, which are you more concerned about? Your AC unit getting to the goal line or your heating system making the opening kickoff? Right now from DFH, get a rebate of up to $500 and 18-month special financing on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters. matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Louisville area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 502-785-0000. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in Linden. Cordell & Cordell, 10200 Forest Green Boulevard, Suite 407, Louisville, Kentucky, 40223.
Thinking of going to the big game or concert? Well, head over to GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. Save money on fees today so you have more for that beer tomorrow. GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com.
Okay, Hank and Ashley, I'm on a tight budget. I want the most beautiful diamond, but can I afford Davis Jewelers?
Absolutely. As Louisville's largest fine jeweler, we have gorgeous complete diamond engagement rings starting at under $1,200.
Plus, did you know with our flexible financing, qualified buyers can buy a 1-carat diamond for as little as $89 per month?
That's amazing.
Because we buy directly from our cutters, there's no one else between you and your diamond.
And only at Davis Jewelers do you get a 30-day money-back price and satisfaction guarantee.
And a lifetime nationwide warranty with free lifetime maintenance at any preferred jeweler, coast to coast.
Plus, a lifetime diamond upgrade guarantee.
And you get all that only at Davis Jewelers.
Because we want to be your jeweler for life.
We're Louisville's largest fine jeweler.
And love, it's what we do.
Davis Jewelers. From anywhere in Kentuckiana, we're at Forest Green Boulevard, just off North Hurstbourne Parkway, and at davisjewelers.com.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
With UPS, future you graduates from Metro College with zero debt. How? As a package handler, you'll have a great job while you attend Metro College, and 100% of your tuition will be covered. Future you goes further than you imagine. Find out what you'll become at UPS.
We are ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and
I think that's just kind of his makeup. I think he's a
Conley's poise
kind of guy to begin with. He really doesn't I've never seen him really get too excited, really emotional or anything. He just kind of stays even keel. Very cerebral player, so he's really smart, understands, what we're trying to do. Extremely hard worker. We saw that right from the start when he got here in January, how hard he worked in the weight room. Now, that was a surprise. I mean, the way he worked to come in that weight room and just to do extra stuff. He days off, he's there. Here's a true freshman just showed up, and you could tell that's all he's known. That's how his DNA. And so, he's a competitor. But the poise, and that's just the way he is. I think that's his personality, his demeanor.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 939 is the station. So here's the thing, people. We all have, different opinions. This is what makes it's an awesome studio. That's what makes the variety of shows great. this morning, kind of pre-show. Everybody's kind of walking around, throwing around their hot takes, ingesting news, and a little funny conversation. Not necessarily a conversation, but I was listening, and Locke was surprised today. My man Locke, I guess he saw something or heard something.
I got the audio.
Okay.
It's from Packer and Durham.
Okay, I'm listening.
And it's when they're talking about...
Just let them hear it.
Okay, we'll just play it.
Quarterbacks this weekend, and we're going to set it at 4.
Oh, my goodness.
So the first part is not quite what we're going to get to.
Multiple
Second question
teams, multiple quarterbacks.
They're doing over
right? The fact that you've got to think about this kind of tells you the state of the league, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Right.
I'm going to go under with 0 confidence. That's the answer for me.
Okay.
Under with 0 confidence.
All right.
How would you answer that one?
I am going to go with...
Oh, that's tough.
We set it at 4, and the problem is I think that'll be the number.
Well, the point of it is it's not going to be 1 or 2.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's
either going to be
that's the point
3
of all of this.
or 4.
And that's the point of all this, that there are so many teams still at the halfway point that are still looking around going, man, I'm just not sure if that's the guy. And if a game gets out of hand, there's going to be a switch.
Mm-hmm.
You know there's going to be a switch.
Right.
Even a team like Wake Forest, who's been playing lights out, are they going to play 2 quarterbacks this weekend, for example, against Florida State? I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
How about another Louisville question?
Okay.
Ready for this one?
Yep.
Over-under for Louisville wins this year, and we're going to go 8.
Pause it.
On the over-under.
Boy, did that send Lachlan through the roof this morning. We're out there. He said 8. Over under 8 wins. Listen, and I was just tickled. People listen, I know how that sounds at this point, right? But I was still tickled by his reaction, right? And
responses are good.
But he thinks he right now, if Louisville beats Virginia that Monday, we're calling in his show from this show.
I think there's a good chance.
And I'm gonna Steve from the Ville him.
Straight up Steve from the...
So, listen, y'all keep that between us. Don't tweet that out.
Right.
Okay? Everybody listening, don't tweet that out. You keep that between us. But when Louisville beats Virginia, we're calling him on air. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna Steve from the Ville him, dude. It's gonna be nasty.
Listen, but when you
I'm gonna make him cuss.
But when you heard that 8 just now,
I mean, you got
hear their responses too.
Well, we're gonna get.
Yeah,
we're gonna
we
get
will.
there.
Well, you got to beat. To me, you got to beat Virginia.
I just want your original reaction.
No. I mean,
Of course, you got to beat Virginia.
I think 7 is really on the table. Like, I think 7 is really, really on the table. But you have to beat Virginia or Miami.
Maybe I haven't allowed myself to go that far. I'm still.
You only need 3 wins. Well, you're gonna win the last 3.
I want my 6.
So. Yeah, 6 is nice, but you play. I mean, you play absolute crap.
Listen to you.
In the last 3 of the games.
We still got Kentucky on the table, Steve.
Yeah, I know they're in the last 3. You play absolute crap the last 3 games of the season.
Keep it going, Brian.
Over under for Louisville wins this year, and we're gonna go 8 on the over under.
Well, I'm gonna go. Man, the dude's been fantastic, but I'm gonna go under 8. I'm gonna go under 8. And, of course, the only way to answer this question is to look at the schedule, right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you'd have told me, Pack, what do you think Louisville's going to have at the halfway point? You just said 4, and I said, please, man, get a real question. Now they got 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, Satterfield has done an awesome job.
Yeah, but
Clemson,
look at this
Virginia,
run.
at Miami, at State, Syracuse, and at Kentucky. I'm going to go under 8. Can they get half of them? Maybe.
Yeah.
Can you get 4 of the 6? I don't think
know
so.
that. I think under. 7 would be a remarkable statement. That'd be a 5-win improvement from a year ago.
Awesome job.
But I think to win 4 of the 6.
Hey, let me tell you now. if you're going to tell me Louisville's going to win 4 of the next 6 to go 8-4, we're talking about national coach of the year. Seriously, I mean, you're talking about a team last year that was so bad. I mean, they quit, and he comes rolling in there. You heard what Eric Wood talked about with all the transfers and defections and everything. I mean, hey, for that team to win 8,
hey, Florida's best player played for Louisville last year.
Sure
Jonathan Grenard.
Yeah, of course he got injured Saturday night.
Yeah, but
still, the point of it is the guy's done a phenomenal job. I think 8 is a bit of a stretch, but man, if you're a Louisville football fan, the future is fantastic.
Yeah. The fact that we're in October 15th, and that's a conversation.
Yeah, but man, if you're a Louisville football fan, the future is fantastic.
7 is a conversation. 6 is a conversation. 6 was lunacy less than 60 days ago.
They both said 7.
Right.
By the way, real quick, I do want to pass this along to Brian for his Sports Centers and you. Pass is going to undergo season-ending toe surgery on his foot. So they just kind of confirmed he'll be out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think after the year,
I think we knew that.
I have no. Let me say this over and over and over again. I have no insight on this at all, but I would imagine Pass a transfer, especially now. You're going to be out for the rest of the year. Malik looks really good. Conley looks really good. Chuba, T-Webb's coming in early. I personally think Pass will transfer, but we'll see. We'll see. So, but I'm glad he's getting this taken care of because I do think Pass is a good player. And whether it's here, in whatever role he stays as, I don't know. He may. What if a kid his size says, you know what? I don't know that I can make quarterback. I'll play tight end. Maybe he will. I don't know. That's just a total me. That's why I say. I didn't want to sound like I have any kind of.
You don't want to lose somebody with his speed and size and just ability. Like you just want him on your roster.
Yeah, right. So
even if he's a backup,
but if he does, that's a situation I do understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, he's out for the year officially.
I think Juwan Pass is giving us everything. You know what I'm saying? So like that dude stays on my team.
Sure. So, but he is out for this year. Yeah. So now we know that at least. Anyways, sorry about that.
Quarterback conversation then. This will be the last thing we do.
I stick with exactly what I've been doing. I think I'm starting McHale on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I think Evan Conley's coming into play no matter what at times. Nothing has shown me up until now, knock on whatever this table's made of, and that.
I don't know, Steve. I think I disagree now.
What? My point was, nothing's shown me that McHale's not going to take a little bit of a bump up injury at this point. So Clemson,
I think I'm ready to see if Conley can get through a game.
Not this one. I'm not doing that to him. McHale,
I know what you're saying. I'm actively thinking about it right now.
I just don't want people to forget, as in love with Conley as we
are,
how
good he was.
How good. With McHale in the game, you were like, we're going to win 72-0.
Listen, Coach Satterfield made that clear too. Like when they were like Conley this and Conley that, he was like, now, because they, of course, in the media, you're in a rush to bring in the new hotness. He was like, hold on now, like, slow down.
He looked so good. I mean, I called you to tell you. Good question. Who's third string? I mean, that would technically be fourth string. I mean, at this point, I'm sure you got to walk on or tutu. At this point, it's like so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I called you to tell you. I almost called and said, yeah, nobody's taking his spot. Now, of course, I was in the moment. I think T-Webb and Chuba Purdy are really good. But I mean, man, he's gotten better. The second half of Florida State, he got better. Boston College, he got better. He just keeps getting better. Now look, maybe he's not. Maybe this is one of those things where you just got to eat it this year. You got two guys.
That out route to Tutu Atwell is one of those plays that just like.
It's as good as you're going to throw.
Yeah, right.
It's as good as you're going to throw.
Right. Like that's a combine throw that you say this kid can sling it.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. I'm okay. I'm okay. Now, for fan that says, ugh, you really one of them guys go down.